So, just to give you a little overview, Decentraland news, Gabriel, he first discovered and got into Decentraland via research. So, our boy is definitely a research heavy. That's something that interested me in his application. I'm not going to bias you, but this is something actually that I feel like there's so many different perspectives. And I'm going to go through these questions with you and we're going to talk about them. And we're gonna talk about these live with him on the air. Is everybody ready to bring on? Can we get some nines in chat for Gabriel? Can we give our boy Gabriel a nice warm welcome here to the Decentraland Report? Appreciate that, Hellfish. Let's go. All right, y'all. We're gonna give our boy Gabriel a nice warm welcome. I'm gonna pull him up on the call right now. I'm gonna get my headphones on so his audio doesn't come in when I talk. He's a little nervous, y'all. Be nice. Oh my gosh, Maryana looking spectacular here on the scene. What's going on, Maryana? Oh, gang gang. You already know, gang gang. Maryana looking so fly right now, not gonna lie. Absolute pleasure to have you here. Voxer, just chill out. Come over here. Voxter, give Maryana some space. Jeez, I'm sorry, Maryana. Voxter, you know, he saw your YouTube channel. He was kind of fanboying on your way here, you know. Yo, shout out to everybody over there. Tobik, what is up, Tobik? Appreciate the bits. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Akita, much love for the follow. Dustlord, much love for the follow. So when I met Maryana, I was extremely impressed with the work she was already doing. Not gonna lie, I also love that she's so much standing with Ukraine. Shout out Ukraine. Shout out Maryana. She's got, I mean, I like her design. I really appreciated her sense for design. I mean, look at this fashion sense. She's on the scene. I've run into her multiple times in the metaverse, and she's definitely on the scene. Oh my gosh, look at this. Photographer by day, DJ at night. That's actually pretty dope. That's a solid pick. I have a feeling Maryana might have played Pokemon Snap. Like, I feel like each one of these pictures has so many awesome aspects to it. Like, you can definitely tell that she cares about what she's doing. Like, look at this. This is like, she's really bringing personality to her work. So I really appreciated that. Definitely give her a follow on Twitch as well. I mean, on Twitter. She is definitely an OG GOAT. This is big facts. Wait. I think many people know Maryana. If you know Maryana, make some noise in chat. Oh, it's good. You know, DCL tour guide forever, Decentraland Report family. She's always gonna be a part of this team. Good to see you, DCL tour guide. She's actually an OG reporter. She was in the first cohort of Decentraland reporters. That's right. Each cohort takes over the course of 26 weeks. At the 13th week, you win your first wearable. The 26th, you win your second in your custom one-of-one wearable. At that point, you have the opportunity, and you're not required to continue. Sometimes people stop and go. Sometimes, you know, you can't hold your spot if you want to take some time off. But people sometimes they decide like, hey, I'm busy right now, let me come back later, and that's okay. And somebody, you know, picks up that. It's a community effort, folks. Oh, let's go. What's up, Maryana? Whoa, chat is blowing up. Let's go.
Hey, hear me? What's going on?
Hey, I hear you. How you doing?
Great. I was trying to connect to my Yeti, but here,
Woo.
What's going on, everyone? What's going on?
Hey.
Everyone in the chat. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. What days do you like typically, like, I'm curious to know, like, you've been on the scene for a minute, like, and I'm so happy to have you here on the channel. Like, tell me a bit about your experience as a streamer, like, and introduce yourself to the community for those who might have not met you before.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, my name is Maryana. I've been in Decentraland since December. Started Twitch streaming in January, right after Rich and I started creating the Rich Homie Gang. So I'm like, hey, we need some females, streaming for the Rich Homie Gang. So that's where I came in. Yeah, and then I used to stream like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then I got busy with some initiatives, and then I did like a Friday only stream. So I usually do like these Friday co-streams with Epic Smasher. If you guys don't know Epic Smasher, follow him. Awesome guy. Yeah, so I like to do like Maryana Fridays, hang out, get some cool EDM music going, start the weekend.
Let's go. Hey, I saw you yesterday at the Absolute Land. We were like late night, chilling.
Yep, so I was so party out yesterday. Like I was there from like what? I was there like, you know how there's like Black Friday shopping, like you're waiting like an hour before to make the best TV. I was like there at like 2:30. Like I need to get in. I gotta make sure I get the 10 whatever bottles of fruit. So I like ran in once it was 3 o'clock, and I was pretty much there until like 10 o'clock, I feel like. And then yeah, I was just tired. I was tired.
Nice. Yeah, no, same here.
My hard drive is like all beat out right now. Like I need to like after this I have to like, see all my videos, gotta edit something, organize everything.
Oh, totally.
Got some cool content, so it was good.
Absolutely. Did you start through streaming or making videos?
Like Decentraland wise, or
just in general, like, because I know for me, like, I didn't start making streams until like way later.
Yeah, so you know what? I've always known about Twitch before Decentraland, but I was never like a quote-unquote gamer. So like, I guess technically, like I started making videos more for like my personal videography, photography life. So I would always like make like cool Instagram videos. I've done some paid, professional client work for photography, videography. So yeah, I didn't discover Twitch until not discover, but I didn't I wasn't active on Twitch until Decentraland.
Literally, like, okay. Same here. Like, I literally, when I discovered, I never was very much so somebody who would like feel like I could easily and readily make content, let alone stream online regularly. But then when I discovered Decentraland and everything that was happening, and just like this desire to share that with people, like that's also for me, it's like the first time I ever got into Twitch. It's the first time I ever like started like really consistently, like I was shifting around a lot, but like when I started doing the Decentraland Report, honestly, like it's become this sort of like reprieve, because I also work in things outside of the Decentraland Report. I'm also like, I like gaming, but I'm not a huge gamer. I like video games and stuff, but like I do it I play every once in a while. But like when I really got into Twitch is because of Decentraland, and like when you put in your application, it said social events. Like, that is like how you got started in Decentraland. Like, what social events were some of those first ones that sort of like brought you here?
Yeah, so I mean, my experience all started first with the Rich Homie Gang. I mean, or technically I would say actually Jester. Jester was the first streamer that I watched.
Nice. Shout out Jester.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm in Decentraland, I'm new, I don't know where to go. So I hopped into his Twitch, but then from there I actually met one of my first friends through Jester's stream. His name was Sniffy Bags, if anyone knew Sniffy.
Nice.
So then he introduced me like, oh hey, let's go hop into Richomi's stream. I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is, but let's go check it out. And we went to True, and that's when I started meeting the communities. So
Love that.
Yeah, started off with some cool parties at True, parties at Restans.
Oh yeah.
So
100%. Is there something that you feel like you're particularly looking forward to seeing evolve in Decentraland that you feel like on your report you want to like tell the story of?
Yeah, honestly, I just want to see Decentraland just grow economically. So watching who comes into Decentraland, so like even seeing like Absolute Vodka right now, like that's pretty cool. You know, just seeing these big brands come in and either try to make a short-term influence or, you know, putting their boots on the ground to make it into a true virtual experience. So I think I would primarily be reporting on, businesses coming in, what that impact of the business is to Decentraland, to the community.
That's such a great story to tell.
That's like my specialty, I guess.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Honestly, like I feel like that's also another reason why I was like, I can't do this alone, because my perspective and what gets me excited and what I like end up just getting like so excited to talk about is different, and I know that there's so many other perspectives and things that are happening, and you know, it's awesome to have someone like you with your background, and I love what you do in photography, and I could definitely tell like from your Twitter page, like the pictures that you're posting, that you have a background in photography. Like I was saying this before you came on, I was like, I could just tell by your framing and what you're doing.
Yeah, all about that aspect ratio, and you know, the rule of thirds. You gotta, there's everything, you know. Like that's why I whenever I take my pictures, everyone's like, just take the screenshot already. I'm like, no, it has to be, you know, I gotta have ultra on, hold on, like make sure I like lower down a little bit, like, you know, like people, I cringe sometimes. No offense to some people on on Twitter. I'm like, no, you should have left that out, or you know.
Well, you know, you've seen our you've seen NF Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
So on NF Tuesdays, like, you know, like, no, I know the community's trying to go fast, but like the whole point of them taking pictures is that NF Tuesday, it's like a unique community way of showing a moment of time. Like, you know, those like 3D maps that you can like show, like you can show different perspectives, like, and people submit their pictures to the map, like location, and you can like explore that location from different perspectives based on that person's picture, right?
Yep.
NF Tuesday is like doing that for moments of shared experiences in Decentraland, and ultimately with our partnership with Expand, like most people don't know this because I can't talk about this like deep into the strategy into these, but like since we're here, I want to tell you, like, you know, over the, you know, what we're building here, especially in the next 6 months. It's going to have a lot to do with using these pictures and these images and the content that we create together, especially through these NF Tuesday pictures, to like stitch together a
scrapbook. We're gonna make a scrapbook.
Exactly. It's going to be like a multi-dimensional scrapbook. That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
We call it like the meta archive, and if you ever want to find out more about like that, you can go on, you know, on our website, thedecentralandreport.com. We have a blog post about it. But it's very interesting stuff.
My dog wants to join. Hold on.
Oh.
He begs me.
Yay.
Whenever I'm working, he always he loves like a spot like behind my chair, and he just so don't mind me or Oliver. This is Oliver, everyone.
Yay! Hey Oliver, is it Oliver? Oliver can be your co-anchor if you'd have Oliver.
He'll tell you the weekly pet news of the Decentraland.
Oh my gosh.
Today I saw a squirrel walking by Rastan's place. We gotta find him.
Oh my gosh, when you get your one of one Decentraland reporter jacket, we'll put him like, you know how my backpack is like a little antenna here? We'll have your backpack be Oliver like on and with like a. What do you think about that?
I love it. Let's do it.
Honestly, like I'll never sell my, like people have placed like offers on this one. Like I'll never sell it because it's like sentimental value, but I could see this one day like being imagine hundreds of years from now, people having these as like collection sets for, sort of the original storytellers of the metaverse. And I think, we want to put your personality into that. And, I love that. And so here you have, in your application, I asked you to rank your crypto coins. You said Mana, Matic, Ethereum, Bitcoin, ICE, Doge, Shiba, Phantom. I would have ordered this somewhat the same, to be honest. Tell me, is there a coin here that we didn't talk about that we should have put on this list?
Well, first of all, I kind of want to. I mean, okay. So I think for sure Cardano, and what is it called? Theta. I like Theta a lot. But Cardano, I can see the future of Cardano being a utility coin for a lot of, or I know a lot of companies are starting to, or not, they're starting to think about how to implement Cardano. So that's, I would say that would be one of them for sure.
Absolutely. Cardano's been an OG institutional crypto, like from the early days, and soon we'll have the report token. I know you said Theta. I love, Theta TV. They definitely share that aspect of decentralized communication channels. What we're doing with the report token sort of emulates that, but to a bit more of a specific mission towards that communication, which is our shared mission of preserving the history here in Decentraland. Like, do you think the report token could be something?
Eventually, it's something that could be revolutionary, or
impact. Like, even for me, like, I would love if it's. I mean, for me, what I want it to become is a vehicle for exchanging the value which we create through the history, which I think the history that we collect in here, we report in this channel, and telling that story, I think that holds value and that has importance. And like this report token, giving people the opportunity to be a part of that by using the report token to be a reporter or to put ad space. Like, I think that exchange of value and how we can sort of decentralize that, I think for me, more than saying what's the price of the token, like, do you think that could be something that could be useful for people?
Yeah, no, definitely. They can see the value of investing in a Decentraland news source, right? To get their information for Metaverse, Decentraland, even crypto.
Absolutely.
So I definitely see people, seeing a financial benefit to them, to be honest.
100%.
Or if they like somehow join or stimulate that market, with the news report, just even by supporting the stories.
Absolutely.
The initiatives. It can definitely grow or increase the value of that coin.
Absolutely. 100%. Like, for instance, imagine, number one, soon you'll be able to use your report token to reserve ad space here on the Decentraland Report HQ and other locations we have in Decentraland. So, like, for that sake, you could equate the price of, that's going to start to put a price value on, based on, like, what the average cost of advertising space in Decentraland, like that's gonna start to put a tangible, even though we're not like in a market, like you can't go on a crypto exchange and buy a report token. You can purely get report tokens by participating in the ecosystem. So I don't really care about changing that, to be honest, because I like it where it is, but it's gonna be exciting to see that evolve.
Yeah, no, and I'm still learning about the report token as well, so I'm excited to see where that goes as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, when one of the things we do as a team of reporters is we get together once a month to talk together, to share ideas, to give to coach and feedback on each other's streams. So we'll go through each other, take like an hour and a half. We go through each other's streams for like 10 minutes each. We give each other quick feedback. And then we have a special guest come and do a workshop. So in our next workshop that we're going to have next month, when we start, so like the new reporters are going to start May 1st. Our next workshop is going to be the end of the first month. And we're going to have a correspondent from Vice News joining us to give us a workshop on news broadcasting and storytelling.
Awesome. That'd be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be sick. It's amazing,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, it's great because like when they stepped into this space, they really loved like our mission and what we're doing, and like the collaborative nature. Just like, you know, companies that are coming into this space, they invest because they believe in that culture, not because they're trying to change it. Because if they're trying to change it, if they're smart enough, they know that they're just going to get shut down, because this community is too empowered to allow big players to come over and push around the little and the, you know, the early and the grassroots players.
Yeah, no, exactly.
What kind of things? So, you know, you talked about like you already have created things on your channel. Is there a specific video? I kind of want to like show people a video on your channel if that's cool. But,
I'm gonna have to find one.
yeah, tell me which one you think would be cool.
Let's see. I know I made the DCL Film Club one.
Ooh.
That was a fun one. I know, and then I made one with Gold Guy for the Meta Party, or not Meta Party, I'm sorry, Next Top Meta Model. That one was pretty cool. Let's see. You know what? I made a really cool dance-off video. Let me find it. I made a little dance-off video with Roach and Rich Homie.
Oh, let me see this.
That was a good one. Like, so pretty much we were on Rich Homie's stream, and Rich was playing for Delicious, and then we just pretty much did that. It was at Doki's party. It was yeah.
Let's go.
Here, I'll find like a link. It's somewhere deep in my. Give me like a few seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I just had it not too long ago. Yeah, so I'll find the. I technically have it on my. I made like a snippet of it on my reels, but like I want to show you the full.
The quality full video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no rush. Let's see what people are saying in here, chat. First of all, thank you, TW Liquor. Appreciate you for that follow. Thank you, CK Bubbles. Everybody who's coming through. What do y'all think? Any questions that people would like to ask Maryana? Is there any questions from chat too? Like, any thoughts right here on this amazing outfit? I see is that a chain gang? Is that a
Yeah, so that's the Rich Homie Gang chain. That's the OG, my OG chain.
Let's go. Can I show you my? I want to show you my chain gang. My chain gang gear. I got a chain gang outfit right here.
Here's actually one of my drone videos. I'll message you my drone video. So I made it right after the auras. Like one of my friends in IRL, we were doing like some real estate photography. So we're like, okay, let's just make like a little portfolio. So me and him like made this really cool video. I was like in a sunflower field. I edited it, but he helped me shoot some of the drone shots for me because it was my drone, but I needed his help to control my drones. So
yeah.
But yeah, I sent you that your way as well. I'm still looking.
No. You know, I recently met like somebody who is like doing like something amazing in Decentraland that is like technically something I've never seen before done, is gonna change how content creators publish content from Decentraland.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you more later because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but
Sure.
like it's going to like take, you say drone footage, like it's gonna kind of take Decentraland to that level. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be having like a drone gallery, art gallery. I teamed up with Ocean Meta. We're going to have like a cool community drone gallery there. So
nice.
anyone who has that talent will be able to submit to me their pictures. And
That's dope.
Yeah.
By the way, we got some questions for you in chat. Number one, Ray Beef says, "Vote Maryana, let's go."
What's going on, Rev? What's going on? Yeah, I love him. Awesome. He's my ice poker go-to guy with all the tips. So if you guys need any ice poker tips, that's your guy.
Yes, Rev, you holding it down on the ice poker. We see you. Bruden in Beer says, "Do you like pizza or burgers more?"
Ooh, I'm a huge pizza person. I love pizza. Especially with the cheese stuffed crust is the best.
Oh.
don't add me with that. It's not.
Never. Don't put that on my plate. Don't you dare.
I found the Fergalicious video finally.
Send that over on Discord. Alpha
Yeah,
Alves says, "Where do you see yourself by the end of this decade?"
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a loaded question, Alpha. Don't look me like that.
On an island.
I mean, because listen, like even just like 3 months ago, I didn't even imagine me being here in Decentraland doing all of the community stuff that I've been doing. So I mean, I think in a decade, I want to definitely help, or in 10 years, I want to show like, hey, this is where Decentraland was in 2022. Like, this is all these steps that we took to get here. So I definitely want to be, you know, one of the Decentraland spokespeople in 10 years. And yeah, but I guess another answer, I want to be on a beach somewhere in a remote island just to, relax a little.
Hey, you can do both. I mean, I think in 10 years, we're gonna have our headsets, right? I mean, we're gonna be in VR. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna take my headset off. I'm gonna have a huge suntan. It's gonna be like ridiculous suntan.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, actually, cool story about that the Oculus. Like, so I just bought one like a month ago, and I went onto YouTube and I typed it, or I went. The first thing that popped up was like a 360 VR video of like Angel Falls in Venezuela, and oh my gosh, that experience alone just changed my output or my input or whatever, my thought of how or where the virtual reality is gonna go. I'm like, I don't even have to go on vacation. I can just type in a YouTube video and here I am.
Oh
but
my
like,
gosh.
I was flying. I was literally flying.
Literally. No, I can tell you, like, absolutely, like, I could say, honestly, like, I have had such a dynamic of experiences in VR, and like, you know, it really transports you. And I think it's something that once it becomes more widely available, my biggest beef is that these things kind of get annoying to have on your head after like a little while.
I get nauseous sometimes. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I get like a headache. Like, I maybe it's because I'm still learning it, right? But yeah. I agree.
No, the same thing happens to me. And like my first time doing VR, like, for the record, anybody wants to know, I'm like horrible with roller coasters. I will do it, but I can only do one roller coaster. Like, I will go to Six Flags or like Disney, and I will like ride one roller coaster and I'll be like done. My first time using a VR headset, I was like pale in the face afterwards, and it's like, so like, but after some time, I got better and better. There's different kinds of experiences though, and honestly, it's like, I can't wait to see it expand. It's so amazing to be a part of this. And would you consider yourself a degenerate or decentralized generation?
Ooh, definitely decentralized generation. Just because first of all, that's what I'm naturally been born into. Like, I'm like borderline. I'm technically a zillennial, right? So I feel like that in itself has cool traits. Like millennial, but then millennial, but then Gen Z. So like, I feel like Gen Z is going to be in general a decentralized generation. So, and it's funny because I just 3 months ago I didn't even see myself as, I didn't even know what a decentralized platform was. So like, for me to finally like realize, like, you know what, this all makes sense with like my tech interests. You know,
this is your tribe. This is like, it's like finding your tribe.
That's Kevin, that's like perfect. The way you just described that was like, oh my gosh, like that's literally what I was trying to describe. Like, I literally found my tribe, I found my people, I found my community, and since I'm here, I have a niche. I want to grow that community, and like,
I'm so excited.
Even more than my photography, like, because I used to be in a photography, or I am in a photography. I'm in a photography community IRL, but it's like I've been kind of pushing that aside to focus on Metaverse communities. So
it's connected. It's connected,
yeah.
and I totally feel you there. Like, because I went to Berkeley, studied music. I'm like all about making music. But like, I feel like I've made a lot of music, and this just brings a new context to it. And allows me to bring my like I've made music, and before, rather than just share my music with people, I could give that music and that art a reason and a place to live and evolve. And I feel like, you know, the same thing goes with photography, and the things that I see is like this, what I'm seeing is that this is evolving your photography and that, and those skills and those passions that you have.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I'm excited to bring that in. Even like teaching my photography lessons, or even eventually one of my goals is to make like a photography NFT. I've been thinking about it for like the last few months, but then I'm like, I've been busy.
Totally.
But I definitely like, bringing those skills into, you know, the metaverse, whether that's even like looking into like 360, you know, VR photography, you know, making those kind of videos. Like that's after I saw that VR video, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta like look into this, because I have a drone. Like I can do 360 drone shots, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Never did it. I didn't have a reason to. I just needed like the one big pano and that's it.
Literally.
So
oh my
maybe
gosh.
think a little bit different.
Yes, I mean that's the thing. I think when we over the next 6 months, it's like you said, you know, like we've just started to discover the possibilities here with Decentraland and Web3, and like in the next 6 months it's just going to continue to evolve and what's possible. And like the more that we connect and we collaborate around ideas which mutually lift each other up, so I think that is one of the best things that we can do to grow this space. So I appreciate you wanting to be a part of this team. I certainly want you to be a part of this team. So one of the things that you mentioned before was that, well, number one, I was going to say, did you hear me explain sort of like the overview to Metacrowner?
Yeah, so shout out to Metacrowner. He killed the interview. I love Gabriel, what he's doing, bringing it to Decentraland, just bringing an entire, you know, region into Decentraland. Like that's his goal. So shout out to Metacrowner. He's amazing. Gabriel, you're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Love him.
Yeah. So yes, I heard a little bit of the breakdown. So I mean, if you had to do the technicality of repeating it again,
I'm gonna quickly. I'm just gonna, now that I have the PowerPoint open, I'm just gonna run through this really quick. It's gonna say.
I don't see your screen, but here, I'll go on my phone and watch on Twitch with my phone.
That works. And I'm gonna send this to you. Basically, we don't have to go through the about, but you know, you stream live on the scene once a week. This is like me reading your Miranda rights. So you have your one assigned stream once a week. You're gonna decide on what that time is. It just has to be a time that you can commit to. You say, yes, I'm locking in that time, and that's the time that is your, and like ideally we're just gonna work it out so it's in a day that works for everybody, where there's one person per day. We'll figure out as a team and we'll make it work. Basically bring attention to to our talented community, and to like just what you find amazing. Like that's just simple, and advocate for inclusion and diversity. Ultimately, we share that mission of capturing the history of Decentraland as it unfolds. The qualifications that you need: a microphone, a webcam, stream ready. You check off all those boxes. Up to, you know, this says 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It's really 1 hour a week that you have to do. That is your time slot. I actually have to edit this because at this time MetaKey was our main sponsor, but we have an overlay that we have, so it's kind of like your team jersey when you go on the field. You want to have your jersey, your Decentraland Report over, like there's just going to be the overlay that you see on my channel.
Well, maybe more than an hour. Once I start talking, it turns into a party.
For me, it's the same. No, that's okay if it is, but like, you know, you're only obligated up to an hour.
Yeah, sure.
Because we respect your time, and honestly, like, it's about, it's just about like uplifting people and giving them something like that is like kind of like a lot of us were already spending that time in Decentraland anyway, so why not earn doing it?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So you can actually get benefits from conducting your stream as PFP character co-host. So we have avatars that we have 3D models for that we'll show you. You know, I've brought on the stream before. I don't know if you've seen me with my various characters.
Yes, I have. I've always wondered, like, how do you do that?
So I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to give you access to those 3D files, and you can earn additional report tokens for going on the scene and being that character on the scene. So in that way, like, in the future, we want to have our own, like, almost like a sitcom or TV show that is like consisting of all these characters, and like that's gonna be another way that we like kind of grow just have fun with this.
Will I have my pink dress? No kidding.
You can. Well, here's the thing. You can also, like, we have our own characters, but you can also use your own character.
Okay. All
so
right,
so you can have.
What I hear.
You know, and the whole idea there is like teaching people how to build value around the IP that you have by having an NFT. So like literally, like say you, Maryana, you're like using your character that you own and is your character, your PFP character, and one day in the future you say, well, I can't make it to my show, but I still want to grow my, like, I can't make it to my report, I want somebody to cover me. Instead of having somebody else, another person cover you, you could have somebody use their voice and be your character, and still have the progression of building that IP. You don't have, it's not like it wasn't Maryana, it's still the progression. And like, so, you ever heard of Jabberwockies? It's like a dance group. Let me show you, like, maybe...
yeah.
I love them because they do this, like, they created this IP and this brand around the Jabberwockies, and now, like, the dance crew and the people who created this brand can live forever because it's not necessarily personalized to one person. If somebody goes out sick, they can have somebody fill their spot while still having the continuity. So we're going to be using this platform not just to like do what, we're learning and we're testing out these new things, and that's just a part of what we do.
I googled that. Is it an American hip hop dance crew?
Exactly. You see the white masks and stuff?
Yeah, I love it. This reminds me, so like, so I'm in Ohio, I'm in Cleveland, so I'm like a huge Cavs fan.
Yes.
So I always go to the Cavs games, and there's like these really cool people, like always hyping. They're called the Cavs crew or something. So they reminded me of that really quick.
Oh, absolutely. No, these people are just like, honestly, this is where I had that idea of the avatar thing, and how, like, essentially I was thinking, like, this is about telling a story, and how can I have this story exist even if I'm out sick, or if like something were to happen to me or whatever, for whatever reason I wasn't able to stream, like, and this is basically, like, so those that PFP aspect kind of allows you to do that. And you heard the considerations, and you can always stop at any time, it's not required. So would you be interested, would you like me to submit this proposal to add you to the Decentraland Report team?
Yeah, let's send it, Kevin. Let's send it.
Woo, I'm sending a shout out to Cleveland, our first reporter from Cleveland, representing the Cavs. Shout out to Ohio. Awesome. I'm gonna get your link here on there. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your Saturday to be here with us and introduce yourself.
It was fun. And shout out to DCL tour guide, by the way. So Jess first introduced, I'm like reading the chat. So yeah, Jess introduced me to you. She's like, yeah, check out Kevin on Earth. He's one of the OG reporters. I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna check him out. So shout out to DCL tour guide. She's amazing. Love that girl. So yeah, huge fan.
Oh, I love DCL tour guide. She is an OG.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm so grateful she introduced us, and make sure that I'm gonna make sure to thank her, and I guess 1 week from now, so everybody who wants to vote, we have that up in our DAO. I'm gonna post that right now into chat, so you can go ahead and vote, and in 1 week we will check back here and we'll see the results, and if all goes well, the week before, the last week of April, we're gonna have a little team meeting to discuss getting started, sending out the overlays and stuff, and deciding on schedules, so that May 1st, the new Decentraland Report team has got started.
Yeah, I think it still says should Metacrowner be approved, and then it has my name, like my Twitter.
Oh wait, hold on, I'm deleting that. I can delete it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh,
so is this a snapshot and like 999 token holder holder report vote only? Or
Thank you for asking that. Thank you for asking that. First of all, let me do this so I don't mess it up.
No, you're good. You're good.
Let's see, and then make sure I answer that. I don't know.
No, you're good.
So, actually, we have another thing to put into our.
Like the real DAO. I know there's like the real DAO, like the Decentraland DAO. Like,
Yeah.
I was.
Exactly. So this is the voting power is based on report tokens. So there's the On Earth, the On Earth community. That's sort of like my community as an artist, like Kevin On Earth. And then I make a lot of different projects. Like, I've worked on the Decentraland Report, but I've worked on things like MetaKey. I've worked on a lot of different projects to get, and like. Through those projects, I am able to like transmit value to those On Earth, like original supporters of my channel and like the things I've created. And so like when we dropped the report token, 30% was dropped to those On Earth badge holders, and then I think 10% were dropped to Pope token holders from previous events that we were at. That we had, and so like that report token was airdrop, and the report token is the weight, the voting power weight, and also if you were a reporter, any of the previous reporters also got report tokens, or if you were like on the team, the core building team, you got report tokens. So like moving forward, you'll be able to get report tokens by tuning in, coming to events, by being a reporter. All of that is going to be automatically sent, and that's what we're doing with our grant right now. But we're actually doing we actually have another thing right here, which is to say, should On Earth badge holders receive the following voting power. So like people have been saying like that On Earth badge holders should get voting power, and so I posted a tweet about this the other day, sort of suggesting that possibility, and people were for it. So I'm going to put this in to our DAO and see. So basically, in this case, based on your badge, whether 999, 999, etc., you would get different voting power. So we'll see what people say.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna send some On Earth badges to these DCL reporters coming in. If whether or not they already have one or not, like that's definitely gonna be a signing bonus. Let's get some extra voting power there.
Let's get some tokens.
Let's go. One day the idea is that like I wanted to be able to reward the people who were here at the beginning, and how would I do that in a forensically accountable way where I can always send that value to them without having their changing street address, without having their changing, bank address, email address, having them click on something, whatever. Like by them having these badges, I can know who was the first 9, who was the first 99. I can give them this voting power. Like that's the beauty of like the kind of direct value transfer we can do when we're talking about NFTs. What's something that you feel like in your first report that you want to talk about? Like if you when you like before we sign off, like and send people, I've updated here I think the vote, so I think y'all can go ahead and vote for Maryana now if you'd like. What's something that people would be able to expect in your first report?
Yeah, they can definitely expect that snapshot of the week's current Metaverse news from Decentraland to businesses, but then also like recapping previous events that I've attended in that last week, so giving a recap what's been happening in Decentraland, but also providing like a calendar of what's going on the next week. Maybe even like some wearable comments, or like what I think of what's going on with the wearable market. Nice. Current DAO proposals, what's being pushed in for grant approvals. So yeah, honestly, just it's gonna be like a big party, I guess. Like it depends on what's more maybe full or more in like a hot topic, like, oh, like let's say a new company comes out, like, oh, let's talk about that initiative, what that means for our space. Or if it means like, oh, there's like a big event coming into Decentraland, let's talk about what that means to or to the community. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I love that you mentioned before about like tracking what big companies are coming into the space. So I look forward to hearing your reports on that, and just really excited to see what your one of one Decentraland reporter jacket's gonna look like. We'll get Oliver in there, and it'll look pretty sweet, I think.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but like I asked Aaron Luke to put Oliver into my wife and mom, so Oliver's just chilling.
I did see that. I
with
did.
Me and my wife.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your Saturday. And I guess I'll be talking to you in a week.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Kevin, and I'll stick around for the remaining interviews. So
awesome.
You guys will see me in the chat. I'll be here.
Great to see you. Great to have you here. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, take care now.
Take care. Bye.